Okay, let me answer a very interesting question and also something that a lot of people suffer from: obesity. What are the metaphysical causes of obesity, and can this be cured? Is there a way you can help yourself? Yes, of course it can be, but before I address obesity, we have to go back a little and understand our relationship with food. How do we connect to food, and what does it mean for us? As children or infants, when we are born, we are actually provided our first meal by the mother. So what does that mean? It means survival. It also means connection. It also means love and care and being safe in the environment and knowing that I am provided. So food, more than just taste buds and what we want to eat, how much we want to eat, is about our mental and emotional stability in life and how we connect to our environment or our people around us. The metaphysical causes of obesity can be very many. You have to look which one works for you, and you have to go back and understand which one can be the reason for you. So one is that when we feel unsafe in the environment. A lot of children who move to a new school, or after they go overseas or to another country for their studies, they suddenly put on weight, and that is because they feel very unsafe in the environment. They feel they need to look bigger in order to feel stronger and protect themselves, because they don't feel belong in that environment. The other reason can be if a child has been through any kind of mental, physical or sexual abuse, they usually tend to put on weight. Now what does that mean is that they're trying to hide the shame and the guilt. They're trying to hide those experiences, all those feelings where they felt dirty, impure, and they didn't like what was happening, yet they couldn't tell anyone. The other reason can be if the person has been in a very controlled environment. There has been too many do's and don'ts, and the freedom to choose has been taken from the person. So now the person wants to rebel in some way, and the only way he or she feels in control and in charge of life is by actually choosing what I put in my mouth and how much I put in my mouth. So it's like a rebellion action towards the environment. The other reason can be that people have been through a lot of emotional trauma, and they have suppressed it. There's so much of anger, there's so much of resentment, there are so many emotional wounds, and they feel the need to suppress them. So there are these layers of trauma which has been added. Now the interesting part is that our body and mind and also the spirit have a direct connection. In fact, the body is a beautiful true friend that will tell you exactly what is your mental, emotional or spiritual state of being if you just pay attention. For a lot of women, they put on weight when they feel unsafe in the environment, where they are getting extra attention and they are unwanted people approaching them or passing advances, and they do not like it. But they don't know how to say no, because as children they didn't know how to say no. So women, they tend to put on weight in order to look unattractive so that they can avoid this extra attention. Now how do we reverse this? Obviously, number one, you need to work on your emotional wounds. You can do it by journaling, you can find a therapist and work with that person, or you can just try on your own and understand what are your deepest emotions. Do you have shame about something? Do you have any memory of abuse you can work on? Can you forgive the person and also yourself for what happened? The other thing is learn to say no. If you don't want to be touched in a certain way, if you don't want to attend a party, if you don't want to go on a certain project because you feel unsafe in the environment, you need to learn to say no in an appropriate, creative manner. The other thing that you can do is to actually recover your creativity, to understand what gives you joy and how you can bring creativity and use it as a form of your expression, so that you can express all your suppressed emotions. Of course, you can also go through a lot of diets and whatever is happening, but unless you heal the emotion and unless you feel safe and protected in your environment. And unless you feel that no matter what, you are taken care of and your survival is not at stake, the extra weight will not go, because you have put on all those layers to feel protected and to feel safe. So you need to improvise on how and what you should do in order to feel safe in your environment. I hope this will help you.